So, a body language expert has been wheeled out this week to tell us that Princess Beatrice showed awkwardness and dislike towards the other brother and the other girl at Christmas Day service at Sandringham. Yes, they had to go back and dig out a Christmas photo just so they can have a new villain. But I want to talk about the timing of this story because timing, as you know, is everything. And this week, we know that the other brother and the other girl has had a few rough days of coverage. The Welsh visit generated headlines about a very sad Duolingo owl, children standing in the rain, and an umbrella that the other brother tried to take from his wife. Now, commentators on television have been saying out loud that maybe the other brother is not a good advertisement for the monarchy. And they are also saying, not me, that he has no intellectual depth. Now, when stories are circulating about abdication rumors, and most people believe that are being briefed by the other brother, though briefing those stories are kind of not making him look good. In fact, they make him look a bit ghoulish and disloyal to his own dad. And then, as soon as they get a little bit of negative press or negative criticism on social media, right on cue, a body language expert is wheeled out that appears in the Daily Mail to tell us that Princess Beatrice's smile at Christmas was like rictus, that she was masking negative emotions, that she was showing awkwardness and dislike. A smile from 3 months ago is now evidence of a royal feud. Sit with that. I wonder if you see what's happening here, because I do. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the playbook. It is so predictable now that I'm almost embarrassed for the people running it. When the heat gets too intense around the other brother or the other girl, a new story suddenly appears that redirects the public's attention towards someone else. Someone who is also already vulnerable. They know how to pick their victims. I give them that. Someone who is already in a difficult position and cannot easily fight back. First, it was Harry and Meghan. And it was Harry and Meghan for so many years. Because every time the other brother and his wife faced any sort of criticism, a story will appear about something Harry and Meghan did wrong. The Crygate story, the bullying allegations, the tiara tantrum, the Zoom meeting, the campfire anecdote, decades worth of redirection. So Harry and Meghan left. And for a while, the machine lost its primary villain. So now we have new villains, and they are Princess Beatrice and Eugenie. And I believe Beatrice will probably get the brunt of all the criticism because she's the first child and she was somehow complicit in her dad giving that interview to Newsnight. And yes, the Jeffrey Epstein situation, it is real and it is serious. And it does question what the Yorks knew, what the York sisters in particular, what they knew about the whole situation. So I am not dismissing that at all. But there is a significant difference between asking serious questions about a serious scandal and deploying a body language expert to analyze a Christmas smile in order to generate a headline that keeps focus away from the other brother and the other girl. And here is another thing that I want you to notice. The common denominator in every single one of these royal fallouts is the same. Sources close to the other brother and the other girl. Palace insiders, people familiar with this situation. These are the voices that appear every time a new villain needs to be established. And the person these sources keep consistently protecting and keep consistently repositioning as the wrong party, the victim, and the dignified future queen surrounded by difficult people is the other girl. And to some extent, maybe to a large extent, the other brother. The Meghan made the other girl cry. The Beatrice and Eugenie were cold towards the other girl at Christmas. The York girls have never been close to the other girl, and that's the truth. Because the other girl, according to the same newspapers, has always been cautious. And they've described her as the steady center while everyone creates chaos. Interesting, right? There is always something suspicious about someone who appears like butter wouldn't melt and whose hands are always clean. And that's because while they may not throw stones themselves, they point to the bigger stones for other people to throw at people they do not like. Yes. But here is a question that nobody in the mainstream press is asking directly. If you are always the calm and dignified person at the center of every single royal drama, especially royal drama that involves women, and every single one of those women ends up being damaged or sidelined or exiled while you remain untouched, at what point does the pattern itself become the story? Because that's the pattern, whether people want to admit it or not. She is kept looking clean while the other people are damaged. So who's damaging who? Anyway, we see the strings and we know that these strings are becoming impossible by even the most ardent monarchists to ignore. But let me know what you think, please. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the author of The Luxpreneur. And for more insights like these, please like, share, comment, and follow me. And to support my work in holding truth to power, please buy me a cup of coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Elizabeth Solaru. Or you can simply pick up a copy of The Luxpreneur, because I've been told to pronounce it that way, at Amazon, Waterstones, or Barnes & Noble.